Hello and welcome to episode 36 of the Universally Epic Podcast, your go-to Universal Orlando trip planning podcast. I'm Jim Klein, along with Taylor Franklin. We are your hosts and travel agents for all things Universal. On today's show, getting caught up on Halloween Horror Nights announcements, and we travel back in time to a past HHN events. How you doing this week, Taylor?
I'm good. It's been a long week.
It's been a long 2 weeks. This is great. It is weird, not recording every week.
Yeah.
Every other week, it's like, oh, okay.
It's
But
weird.
once again, I edited the podcast last week to go out, so I do week. I don't know why.
Well, you have to keep the routine because then once we get back to recording weekly and we have our long episodes again, which is happening semi soon, we'll be back.
No, it's gonna be quick. I guess we're gonna go September. We said we're gonna get back into.
I think so.
Right
I
after
think that
Labor
because
Day.
I think that's when everything dies for both of us.
Both of us. So yeah.
Yeah.
So once we get back past that, my kids go back to school.
Mm-hmm.
It'll get back into
my
longer.
kids don't.
Yeah.
Because all I have is a cat.
There you go.
And she doesn't go to school.
So we had, the hard part about what we're doing here is this summer schedule is we're doing every other week. What happens in those 2 weeks is a ton of announcements for Halloween Horror Nights. So it's not like we're kind of behind the ball on it a little bit, but it is what it is, right? So we're going to get into some of the announcements that were made in the past 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to let you take this over because you are the resident HHN expert, and I'm just here almost ready to go down and experience the...
Well, hopefully I can convince you a little bit more with later on. We'll see. So, we got all of the announcements for the scare zones. We now have all 5 scare zones, which is super cool. We still don't have the 5th IP house, but it's fine. It's fine.
So, can that... How long until they announce that last one? It doesn't make... Right?
I have no idea.
It's starting in 2 weeks?
No, it starts at the end of August. So it's
August.
the August 29th, I believe.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, we've got some time, but I'm just hoping that they weren't oh yeah, Halloween Horror Nights, not Halloween Horror Nights, sorry, Five Nights at Freddy's, more to come.
Yeah.
And they're well, that was your announcement. What do you mean you already have the 5th IP house? No, we don't. No, we don't.
And that's the that'll be the last piece in that stained glass window thing, right? Yeah, so that'll be kind of cool to see.
I'm excited to see once it's completely done. And obviously when I go down there, I will be coming back and we will have a show and tell so I can show everybody what I got.
We have to watch on YouTube or even Spotify. I post a video onto Spotify too. So yeah, so
you put videos on Spotify?
Yeah. Yep. They do video podcasts.
I had no idea.
Now. Yeah, so everything gets uploaded as a video, and then the audio gets shot out to all the other platforms. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, interesting. Cool. Yeah. The more you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so to get into it quickly, scare zones for the uninitiated are just paths that you walk through. There are scare actors. They usually have a theme. They're a little less on the scary side. I don't really find them super scary, and a lot of times HHN ends up making them more photo ops, especially when there's Blumhouse involved. But based off this lineup, there's no Blumhouse scare zone. Yay! But regardless, I'll just hop into it, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna kind of give my predictions as we go along as to where things will be, especially this very first one. It is called The Origins of Horror. And the picture, which I'll send you all the pictures later so you can put them on the videos, but the picture that goes with it, is got that observatory thing going on. So I'm so excited, but that does mean that is almost certainly the entrance scare zone.
Okay.
So, the entrance scare zone is usually more of a photo op anyway. That's people's first impression. That's when they first walk in. So it's usually got a mix of things from the houses, things from the other scare zones, just general spooky vibes as you walk in. But the description for it is enter a decaying conservatory of twisted vines where artists carve tributes to Halloween Horror Nights 34. You'll encounter monstrous crows, gargoyles, and more.
All right. So,
So,
like you said, photo ops. Like it
yeah.
seems like photo ops. Yeah. Okay.
The next one, which I am so excited, I texted Holly when this came out, and I was like, if you guys lose me during HHN, this is where I'm gonna be. It is called Masquerade Dance with Death. You're invited to a masquerade ball where bloodthirsty vampires lurk behind ornate disguises. When their masks fall, you'll become their prey. I love the vampire scare zones
Okay.
so much. They're so fun.
So they come chasing after you? Is that what, like?
I
Is
don't
that what
know.
happens? Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what it
know.
sounds like, right? Like it sounds like they're gonna.
Have you seen Van Helsing?
No,
Oh my god.
I don't do those things. I don't.
You need to see Van Helsing.
All right.
It's not scary.
Okay.
Well, no, it's not scary.
Yeah. So I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll watch
There's a ballroom scene in Van Helsing that the moment that this announcement came out, Holly and I were like, "Oh, it's like from Van Helsing," and then we went back and forth on whether or not it was actually from Van Helsing because neither of us could remember properly.
that.
And then she watched it that night and confirmed. The next one, I assume that that one's probably going to be over by the tribute store because that seems like it's going to have a lot with it.
Okay.
And that's usually where they have like the stages and like the stage shows because it's a bigger area. So I assume that's probably where it's going to be, and that's also where they put Vamp 69 a couple years back. So,
So
and it was
similar
where
to
like the medieval thing was yesterday
you.
last year.
Yeah.
Um, the next one I'm actually so excited for because it's not super rare, but it's kind of rare that we get like an actual true like Halloween feel to something. And it is called The Cat Lady of Crooked Lane.
Oh,
Travel down a spooky winding path to a mysterious home where trick-or-treaters are transformed into feral felines. Be careful or you'll be next. I listen, I know it sounds cheesy. I know it does. And it's probably going to be a big hit with some people. And I am one of those people.
yeah.
So
You're a cat. You're a cat lover. That's it.
I
That's it.
love cats. Um, the next one is actually based off of a house that we had 2 years ago called Bugs Eaten Alive. It is a scare zone now for the house, so I think that that's kind of fun. It is called Mutations Toxic 20s. In a 1920s neighborhood, a BuzzCon truck with radioactive cargo crashes into a mobster getaway car, sending the city into toxic pandemonium.
Sounds like
That
fun.
sounds like it's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, it does.
Hey, I can't wait for zombie girls in flapper dresses. I can't wait. It's going to be so fun. The last one is something so very, very near and dear. Anybody who watches our YouTube video knows I wear this shirt constantly. I love it. I have said it before. I'll say it again. Holly says it. Everybody says it. It's not HHN until the sign says Mel's Dying.
Yep.
We are
Yep.
getting a scare zone called Mel's Dying Zombies.
Yeah, very cool. I saw that. It was posted in our workplace group. It was very funny.
I'm
Like, oh
so
my god! I was
excited.
just thinking, I'm like, oh man, that's perfect for you.
I'm so excited. I can't wait. I hope they're on roller skates. I do believe that I saw a casting call that did call for people who could roller skate.
Okay, yeah, you did say that. You did say that like recently, right?
I think
So
so,
that'll
yeah.
be kind of cool.
So I'm hoping that we're gonna have it says that we're gonna have zombie car hops. So like I'm hoping that it's gonna be really fun and maybe they'll have like like the knee pads that spark.
Oh yes, yep,
I think that'll be really fun. I
yeah,
hope they'll
that'll be
do
fun.
that, but
Yeah, that'd be cool.
who's to say?
Yeah, these sound like a lot of fun. Definitely.
Yeah. So hopefully that's the full lineup for the scare zones. That's what I got for you.
You know, we just
We are getting so close, and now we just wait for the final IP.
that's it. That's it.
Hmm.
All right. Anything come of
All
a
right.
WWE one? Remember the WWE?
I am expecting that that's our final
That's the
IP,
last one.
which is interesting because if that's the final IP to make 10, what is Five Nights at Freddy's doing? Are we getting an 11th house?
Yeah, so yeah, I've seen this on TikTok a lot, and a lot of people are speculating not only are you getting a house, but like other things along with it.
I assume that we'll probably have some kind of. It would be interesting. So here's the thing. Sorry, I just had like three different thoughts happen all at once. So here's the thing. And the thing is, Rip Ride Rocket closes before HHN.
Okay.
We don't have the people dump that is Rip Ride Rocket because those lines are astronomical. They are so long. It brings people in. People will go on that ride all night long. And obviously do houses, but they'll go on that ride all night long. I would not be shocked if we end up with a sixth scare zone and an 11th house.
Yeah, just the like crowd control type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
makes
know
sense.
necessarily where they would put it unless they were to make the other parade building that they weren't using last year available again, which would probably make sense because they could put Five Nights at Freddy's in there and it would be probably perfect if I'm going to be honest with you.
Gotcha.
Um, but I don't know. I don't know. And I'm wondering if maybe we're going to get like if they're going to like surprise us. So they're going to give us the 10th IP house and then or the 5th IP house and then they're going to be like they're going to give it a couple of weeks when the hype dies
Yeah,
down and they're going to be like
like oh wait,
11th
yep,
house, 6th
oh,
scare
there's
zone.
one more. Yep, exactly.
We got you.
That's so funny. All right.
I don't know though. So who's to say?
Oh, we'll see what happens in the next 2 weeks, right? Like
We'll see.
it's
We'll see.
it's got to come out within the next 2 weeks. I hope
Hopefully. I don't know.
we
They
talk about it. And
oh no. I'm a little scared about it if I'm gonna be honest with you.
all right, so let's move on to your game. Let's play
All
this.
right.
All right, go ahead. The Universally Epic Podcast is brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel, a Universal you preferred travel agency. If you're looking to plan your next Universal Orlando vacation, let's do it together. As certified Universal specialists, we can help guide you through the planning process with helpful tips and tricks along the way. The best part, all our travel planning services are free to you.
When you book your Universal Orlando vacation with us, you qualify for an exclusive booking bonus offer from the Magic for Less Travel, a $25 Universal gift card for all vacation packages over $2,500. Ready to start planning? Email the podcast at universallyepicpodcast@gmail.com and start planning your next epic Universal vacation today. So
Describe
you gotta give me a number.
between what?
One. One. So sorry. 1 and 33.
1 and 33.
Mhm.
I'm going to go with 16.
I'm so excited. Okay. Okay.
So
So
no, this is HHN 16, right?
this
So
is
this is
HHN 16.
okay.
Mhm.
All right.
So HHN 16 was really special because it was their 16th birthday.
Okay.
So it was so it was right after they had gotten a little bit experimental and they decided to put it in Islands of Adventure for a while. And they were like, oh, that doesn't work because Islands of Adventure is really small. And there's not enough room for the amount of people that go to HHN. So, Sweet 16 was the first time that it had come back to Orlando or to the studios since 2001. Sweet 16 happened in 2006.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, because it was an anniversary year, but not in the way that you're thinking. So normally the anniversary years are the 5s or the 10s. But because this was Sweet 16, they kind of bent their rules a little bit. They brought back the 4 icons that they had at the time. So that would be Jack the Clown. We all know him. We all love him. The Caretaker, Holly's favorite icon, the Director, Noah's favorite icon, and the Storyteller, which is a big point of contention. But not as big as some other ones later. But Either way, they brought all four of them back to the studios. Um, it was the first real anniversary year that they had where everything was kind of like centered on the icons and just the event existing in general. Um, so its official dates, let's see here. Its official dates were September 29th and the 30th, and then October 6th through the 8th, the 11th through the 15th, the 19th through the 22nd, the 26th through the 29th, and the 31st.
Okay. So like
So,
weekends.
yeah, so we're still in the early days of HHN where there's like very limited dates.
Hmm.
It ran from 7 to 12 on the weekdays, and then on the weekends it ran to 2 a.m.
Okay.
Some pretty cool things. This was it was very cheap. I'm looking at the price right now. It was cheap, uh, but it was also 2006. So,
Yeah. Big difference. Yeah.
mm-hmm. So a couple. So the houses there were not 10 in this time. I believe that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there were 7 houses and 3 scare zones. This was before they opened up a lot more of the park to accommodate the crowds and everything that HHN would bring in. Um, so there were a couple. So most of these houses are sequel houses. Um, there were they used the earthquake queue. They used the Jaws queue. Very fun. So there were a couple of things that were like a pretty big deal. So the psychoscarapy houses. Anytime you hear about the psychoscarapy houses, those are in reference to Jack. He's right here.
Okay.
Those are in reference to Jack. He's the psychoscarapy guy. That's him.
Okay.
All Night Dyin', I believe. Yes, okay. All Night Dyin' is the director's line of houses. And one of these days I actually should just walk you through the icons. I'm gonna
Yeah.
just do that.
Yeah. We should do that.
But a brief overview, he's a
Yeah.
director, he makes snuff films.
Okay.
Um but he's great. Um, yeah, so the director, those are his line of houses, and then there was Scream House, which is the caretaker. He experiments on people,
Okay.
and he has parties, and they all do that. We'll get into it when we talk about the
Yeah.
icons. We'll get into it.
Yeah. That'll be good.
Um, and then there was a Psycho House for Norman Bates. So in 2001, there was supposed to be an icon named Eddie. But due to the events of 2001, just in the world,
Yeah.
things got a little nerfed. Um, so there was less blood and gore and things
Like
like that. So they
down
kind
a
of,
little bit. Yeah. That makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah. That makes sense.
yeah. And anything they couldn't tone down, I believe they turned green instead of red.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So, but Eddie was supposed to be the icon, and they thought that he was going to be too much, and him and his little gang of guys were not very kind or happy. So they were like, no. So they kind of Eddie gets talked about in like an honorary icon position, even though he's an icon in my heart and he's an icon in most people's hearts. Um, he gets talked about in an honorary position. He's not technically an icon, but he is still kind of. But he gets a prequel house, or a sequel house to his original house called Run in 2001. This house is called Run Hostile Takeover Territory. Hostile territory. And it's just kind of like him being a menace, and it's fun and it's very loud. From what I understand, those houses were very loud, like
Gotcha.
very loud. Not that these houses are not normally loud, but like
Yeah.
it was very loud, very harsh on your ears, very sharp noises is I guess what I was looking for.
Okay.
Um then there the scare zone. Um one of the so the tagline for the year was called Horror Comes Home. Because HHN started in the studios and now it's back and it didn't ever leave. It never left past this. It still hasn't left. But it was a big deal. There was an unofficial scare zone, so it was like the entrance scare zone where it's like, yeah, I mean, I guess that's a scare zone, but not really. Called Horror Comes Home. And then there was the Blood Masquerade uh, scare zone. These names are really messing me up. But there was the Blood Masquerade scare zone. That was vampires and beasts and demons and things like that, and they were all in masquerade outfits, and it was very fun. Um, and then there was Dead Tropolis. Oh my god, Dead Tropolis Zombie Siege.
Oh my god.
Um, and that was in the New York area.
Okay. Makes sense. Yeah.
Um, but it's New York City. It's destroyed, and now they're zombies.
The zombies. Great.
And then there is another one called Harvest of the Souls. So remember how I was talking about how I really just love when they do a traditional Halloween vibe area. That's what this was just a
Oh,
traditional
nice.
Halloween thing. There were pumpkins everywhere. Love that. But yeah, HHN 16 is really, really special because that was the year that they were like, yes, we need it to come back to the studios. We need a reason for it to come back to the studios. And there was like a whole storyline on why it was coming back to the studios. And the icons there were perfect, except for the fact that they didn't have the usher, but the usher wasn't real yet, so he couldn't be there. That's my favorite icon is the usher. Um, but yeah, and these icons are still talked about. They are still very well loved. I mean, we just saw them during 30. I'm hoping we'll see them during 35, because we may or may not have gotten some information from Dr. Oddfellow a couple years ago that he and Jack have some unfinished business. So I'm thinking that we're going to get that unfinished business during 35.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Very
But
nice.
yeah, I mean that's really what I got for you for
Yeah.
HHN
Oh, very
16.
cool.
Things don't get intense until we start getting into like the later years.
Yeah. Well,
Um
that's good.
but yeah.
I'm glad I picked that one then. I'm
Yeah.
glad that was
It's a
actually
good place to start,
very fun.
genuinely.
As we talk about getting like more intense, so I think we missed the house to talk about. I don't think we talked about Terrifier. I know we talked about it in the
We
past.
didn't talk about Terrifier.
No, we didn't
Oh,
because
you're so right.
I saw that all over social media and I was like, oh, this has got to be talked about because we
I
talked about
forgot.
this when we were doing the speculation maps and we
Hmm.
said how like graphic that movie is and gory.
Yeah.
And so like it's a huge change obviously from like back in 2006 to like now.
Oh,
And now you're
definitely.
thinking
I
like
mean,
Art the Clown going,
right,
it's
right. And I mean, you go from houses that are like the psychoscarapy houses. I mean, they weren't super like toned down or anything, but you go from something as iconic as, I mean, Jack is everywhere. But you go from something like that to the now we're having Terrifier at the event. And listen, I'm a gore hound. I always have been. I'm a slasher fan. I love the Saw movies. I'm a gore hound. If you tell me there's like X amount of blood in it, I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna watch it. I love it. I'm a gore hound. Terrifier's a big one, and I'm really, really interested to see how they
yeah,
land
when I saw that,
that.
I'm like, oh, Taylor's gonna be excited about this one. So
I go back and forth frequently on how I feel about Terrifier
yeah, we've
because I
talked about it in
don't,
the past. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, it's
I don't
insane.
know how they're gonna manage to do that. I
Can't
do
wait for you to come
know
back and let us
that
know.
HHN's rating did go up,
Oh,
and I think
okay.
it's because of Terrifier
I would imagine so, right? Like
because
that's
it has
obviously
to.
should be the most
Yeah.
gory. else there is. So
It
yeah,
should be. And apparently, I don't know if this is real or not, but like I've been seeing a lot of like bring your ponchos and things like that.
splatter and everything. You
And if
think?
I get sprayed, I'm gonna lose it. I'm hoping. I don't think that they would do something crazy like have like dyed water
Yeah,
or
but it
anything,
like
so it
it'll
should
be
just
dark.
be water, but
Yeah,
it'll
like
be dark. And I know that I will be like, yay, through the whole house. Noah might pass out.
yeah, that's intense. That is intense. Not gonna lie, that would be pretty intense.
Be a lot.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I mean, I'm hoping for the best, honestly.
yeah.
I think that Universal will knock it out of the park. They always do. But with a lineup this strong this year, I'm a little scared for the anniversary year next year, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But it is a Stranger Things year, so they'll have Stranger Things at the event next year.
Okay. I do watch Stranger Things, which is kind of strange, right? Like that's kind of weird.
Nah,
Like I
not
love,
really.
I like it. I like it. It's not that scary though, to be honest. Like it's more like
It's like Baby's First
sci-fi-ish,
Horror.
I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like more. Yeah. So, all right. Well, that's good. So that's our HHN update for this week.
Yep.
Um, all right, let's close this one out and stay tuned because we're gonna be talking again in like 5 minutes. So I'm talking to
I'm gonna
people on
take a
TikTok right
break.
now. We have a lot of likes going on the TikTok live, but like
We
always,
do.
yeah, follow us on TikTok. That's the most
Mhm.
important place to follow us. We go live every other week right now during the summer, every week in the fall and winter and spring. So you'll get notifications when we do go live. So follow us there. This episode has been brought to you by the Magic of Less Travel. If you have any trip planning questions or would like to plan a trip, where can they reach out to us?
Universally Epic Podcast at gmail.com.
Perfect. So reach out to us on the email. And like always, have an epic week, everybody. All right, nice. All right, don't go anywhere, guys. I'll take that. 400.
Yeah, please stay.
Yeah, please stay.